UK Sports for another edition of NBA basketball. And tonight, it'll be the Orlando Magic going up against the Boston Celtics here in Boston. With Grant Hill and Clark Kellogg, I'm Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce is our reporter. So a moment now to see the story for him.
And he's been outstanding offensively as of late. These last 5 games, he's been a beast at the offensive end. A different level score than he had been earlier in the season. Let's see if he can keep it up.
So a look at our starters for Orlando. Banchero and Carter Jr. make up the front court. On the wing, it'll be Bane and Wagner. And for the Celtics, White and Brown team up as the backcourt. Then it's Sam Hauser. Then there's Nikola Vucevic. And it's Pereira in at the 4. Well, Clark, we've got 2 teams here that have serious depth. They don't need to rely solely on their starters.
You're exactly right. That's a value-added luxury that's actually becoming more and more prevalent. It also makes each team a little more unpredictable offensively. When you've got that kind of versatility and depth, anybody can step up on any given night.
Now here's Brown. Here's Hauser. Off target with the 3. Defended by Hauser. Offensive rebound. Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
Really good work by Wagner there, turning that miss into a make. Those are the type of baskets that can swing games sometimes.
Here's White. Pass to Vucevic. 4-3. It's rebounded by Banchero. Outside Bane. Back to Banchero. Here's Wagner, defended by Hauser. 6 on the shot clock, and Wagner gets it to go.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
Now here's White. 15 in his last outing. And here's Brown for 3. The rebound by Carter.
Still can't get anything going here after 3 tries.
He's guarded by White. Here's Wagner. No good from the wing.
Operating from mid-range. That's a shot he likes. I mean, I'm sure he'd love to have that one back.
Here's Hauser. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
You know he wants that one back. Right in his wheelhouse.
Down low. Hook loose. Vucevic with a steal. And around 2 minutes. Played here in the first quarter. Brown against Wagner. Left side, Brown. 5 to shoot. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down.
Boy, the 5th time's the charm. That's a big basket there.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
I caught up with Coach Joe Mazzulla. Coach and I talked about the ways that Paolo Banchero is used on offense and how his defense will respond. He said with Paolo, he can deploy in any area of the floor and be effective. Personally, I think he's the most dangerous at the elbows, but he can go to work anywhere. You have to know where he is at all times. Brian, back to you.
Okay, thank you, Allie. So it's Boston now. The Magic making their last shot. White, good.
Well, he might not be a pure shooter, but he's a very steady one. I like that they're getting White something in rhythm here.
Orlando leading. And here in the first, about 3 minutes in. Pass to Bain. And Jaylen Brown gets a whistle that time. That's his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
And Carroll the screen. 6 to shoot. He's guarded by White. Boston with a rebound. Last time they met was right here, and they were able to come out with a win.
Well, in this last matchup, they captured the win in large part because their backups provided a lot of the scoring punch.
Yeah, and you know what? I expect them to go deep into the bench again tonight to give those guys on the bench a chance to have an expanded role, but also to give those starters some rest.
He's guarded by White. Pass to Ben Carroll. Launches a three. Buries it from 3.
His ability to shoot off the catch is a big plus. Banchero has quick reactions, a really versatile scorer.
Outside, Brown. Nice ball movement by Boston. And that one's good. That makes him 2 for 3.
Working to get the high percentage bucket. Nicely done that time by Brown.
And Carroll outside. Pass to Bain. This one for 3. Brown with some nice D. Boston has gone 1 for 5 from 3-point range. A cold start. White for 3. And that one makes him 2 for 2. He's in his rhythm.
Well, White is a capable three-point shooter now, and he does not need a lot of space or time to get off his shot.
Up top, Banchero. A 29-point game for him in the win against the Bulls in Chicago.
And he really dominated, working hard to control the glass.
Now here's Bain. Shoots over Brown. And the basket by Bain.
Yeah, he continues to improve every year. Bain's developed into an offensive force.
In terms of two-way guards, Grant, Desmond Bain is as good as any. What do you see in his game?
Well, just look at him, B.A. Bain is so strong. That really helps him there on the defensive end. And offensively, a lights-out three-point shooter.
Pass to Carter. Outside Bain. Pulls up. Boston pulls it in.
Analytics already don't favor the mid-range jumper, let alone against exceptional defense.
Kick out to Brown. The 3. It's rebounded by Banchero. Banchero's got 4 rebounds in the game. He's guarded by White. Banchero with a screen on White. Carter on the wing. From downtown. And it's Pereira with the rebound. Pereira's got 4 rebounds now. Pass to Vucevic. And here's Brown. That one falls. Coming off the Vucevic feed. 6 points for Jaylen Brown.
He's a potent mix of effort and ability. Hard to shut down a player of his caliber.
Outside Bain. Banchero right side. Offline with a 3.
Yeah, the half and half balls are going their way, and that's really a function of effort and intensity. You know, the ball doesn't discriminate. Whoever goes and gets it, that's who owns it.
Clark, heading into the postseason, some teams have bet it all on star power, while others have bet on chemistry.
Hey, I think continuity and chemistry are really the most important components to winning a championship because every team in the league has.
This will be his third free throw of the game.
You know, his performance at the foul line this season might be the first thing he points to as a priority to improve.
And the free throw, no good. And so Banchero will bring it up for Orlando. 9-point game. Well, they put up a nice win against Chicago last time out.
Sometimes it's difficult to get good looks on the road, but they ran the offense brilliantly.
And it was funny, the road arena didn't bother them at all. I mean, they locked in, focused, and executed, and got it done.
On the court for Orlando, we've got Paolo Banchero. He's out there with Suggs. Anthony Black out there with Mo Wagner. Pass to Suggs. Banchero outside. Black, right side. Banchero, no good. Boston leading by 11. Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. Now here's Brown from the arc. It's rebounded by Wagner.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
To the middle. He's guarded by White. And once again, off the mark by Orlando. Boston has gone 0 for 4 from beyond the arc here in the second quarter. Now here's Hauser, guarded by Banchero. Queta, pass to White. Right side, Brown. The baseline, Jay. Again, Brown missing. Magic trail by 11. Pass to Suggs. Here's Banchero. The Magic need to put one up here. And it's all from three-point range.
Oh, man, he can't get anything to fall. You can feel his frustration.
And he's got to find other ways to contribute then because his shot making is not happening right now.
To the paint. It's tipped. Hauser with it. Wagner picks him up. White for three. It's rebounded by Wagner. And so now a timeout called by Jamal Mosley. He might have seen something and needs to review with his guys. With some changes. Vucevic, he's checked in. For Queta, and it's Peyton Pritchard in for... And so it's Boston with a 6-point lead at the close of the quarter. Getting lots of great looks, shooting it well. That's why they're up. All right, Allie's ready to go. She's courtside. Hey, Allie.
Alongside Coach Joe Mazzulla, Coach, your group seems to be controlling the pace of this game. What have you seen in that regard?
We were able to have active hands and turn them over a little bit and get out and transition and run. And so we just have to do a good job of getting to our spacing on offense, getting great looks, and then get back and get our defense set.
Job well done so far. Thanks, Coach.
Okay, Allie, appreciate it. And folks, we'll be back after halftime to begin the third quarter.
Good to have you with us. With the season in its latter portion, let's look at the Eastern Conference playoff race.
Taking a look here now at the Magic. They haven't quite looked like themselves lately. The question is, how do they get back to the top? How do they recapture that magic? I think it starts with raising the intensity level. Become more aggressive, night after night, fight after fight. Aggressive is right.
Turning back now to our game, lots of positives in that first half for the Boston Celtics.
This is why so many teams are trying to play with pace. The defense just couldn't match up with them in the space. It's much harder to score in the half court.
Helps when you have the athletes they do as well. And that's a wrap on halftime. Thanks for watching as we send you back to BA to call the second half.
Through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been a fairly even one. Wow, it's been quite a game for Jaylen Brown.
Through the first two quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of him.
Magic trail by 6, and it's time for an injury report.
Well, I had a moment to catch up with the Magic's head athletic trainer. He let me know that it's a strained hip, which causes plenty of soreness and shooting pain in that area. Although it takes a while to completely recover from this injury, he's been given the thumbs up from the training staff to play through it. So that's definitely something to keep track of while he's out there.
Okay, Allie, thanks for the update. Good to get that information.
Yeah, you know, sometimes the hardest part about this situation is just not knowing. At least we have a bit more clarity now.
White and Brown team up as the backcourt. Then there's Nikola Vucevic, then it's Sam Hauser, and it's Pereira in at the 4. And that's the group for Joe Mazzulla as we begin the second half. And Caro surveys. Shot clock at 6. Grabs the board. Celtics lead by 6. Outside, Brown. Here's Pereira. No good that time. Great D that time from Wagner. Magic trail by 6. He's guarded by White. Pass to Ben Caro. Ben Caro uses his size down there.
And I think we're going to see a lot of nights like this from Caro. He is built to score and never seems to take a play off.
Back to White. Outside, Brown. Move. No good on the shot.
Not the start you want coming out of the locker room, missing 3 straight like that.
Defended by Brown. Pass to Wagner. Now Carter. And it's slammed in by Carter.
No margin for error that time. Big time slam from big man Carter Jr.
For Boston, they've gone 0 for 3 to start the second half. Ooh, poked away. And it's Orlando on the break. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Thank you. The Celtics trying to keep that laser focus. Coach Joe Mazzulla said, quote, "The closer you are to winning, the easier it is to become distracted by things that you can't control, things that don't matter. Mindset, discipline, and mental toughness are what separate you." Guys, back to you.
Staying dialed in. Allie, thanks very much for the report. And Vucevic gets it to go on the assist from Brown. And it's 13 points for Nikola Vucevic. And so now a timeout called by Jamal Mosley. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. So Orlando ends up going with a new group. Defense on our 2K leaderboard. The role of the big man has evolved over the years. What's been the most noticeable change to you, Clark?
BA, and it's not just the big man. I just think the overall athleticism of all of the players, certainly the big guys, stand out because they're now taking the ball rack to rack. They can go in traffic with the dribble. They're more mobile on defense because defenses switch a lot now. I mean, it's not all about being in the paint just because you're a big guy. They play all over the place.
Beyond the arc. And it's cleared by Vucevic. Celtics lead by 9. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
Pass to Bain. Orlando moving the ball around. Carter, a screen on Brown. And here's Carter. He can't hit that time. Nice D from Brown. Boston's gone 1 of 2 shooting from the perimeter. Oh, are you kidding me? Wow, man.
Brown with that amazing athleticism, putting on a show out there with jams like that.
Well, that's a fantastic view there from the AT&T connected cam. Pass to Carter. Caro outside. Clock at 6. Orlando again missing.
He had a couple of triples in that first half, but since then, he has not been a factor from beyond the arc.
Now here's Vucevic. Launches it from deep. It's rebounded by Wagner. Wagner's got 4 rebounds now. Vucevic with a steal. Hauser with it. Wagner picks him up and stolen by Bancaro. And here comes the break. Finished off the break.
Can't be careless with the ball around Bancaro, playing with your food around him, and he's going to eat it.
Boston with the ball. They've led by as many as 14. Here's Brown. Oh, look out. JB throwing it down.
Boy, he's had a solid performance at the offensive end. Rock solid, providing that stability.
To the inside. Vucevic with a steal. Left side, Brown. Finished off the break. Brown's got 27. And now we'll get a perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the Celtics.
You have to be a fan of the energy they've played with on the defensive end. Active hands and feet, and it's come up big a few times.
For them. The shooting's been great, but also how about the energy level? That's what's impressed me the most. They've been getting it up and down in transition.
And so it's Pritchard with it. He brings it up for the Celtics. And now we've got an intentional foul. Howard's checked in for Orlando. On the court for Orlando, they've got Desmond Bain. Suggs is out there with Wagner, and it's De Silva in at the power forward position. Something the league has worked towards, seeing small market teams competing at a high level, Grant.
Yeah, this league isn't just for the big cities. Smart drafting and team development can make any organization elite. And of course, that's the beauty of it all.
Here's Brown. No, stopping him there. Jams it in, and he's fouled. An opportunity in a three-point play. That's on Mo Wagner. Bain against Pritchard, and an intentional foul right there.
Yeah, I think he's letting his emotions get the better of him on that foul.
Not his best moment. Obviously, no one on their team's happy right now, but you shouldn't be taking that frustration out on your opponent with a poor foul.
That one goes in. Brown's got 41.
I just love the ball movement.
Orlando's gone 1 of 2 from deep in this quarter. Wagner with a screen on Pritchard. Inside. And Wagner gets it to go.
This is where you want Wagner to have the ball, right under the bucket where he can do the most damage.
The Celtics have gotten 5 of 6 shots to go in the fourth. To the paint. Brown passes to Vucevic, and it's rejected. Vucevic with a steal. Pritchard with it. He's picked up by Bain. Here's Shireman. Finished off the break.
Woo! His energy is unmatched.
And you know you're going to get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
Bataze, a screen on Pritchard. Pass to Bataze. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Bataze's gotten his first points of the night. Brown scanning the floor to the wing on the left. Well, some lament the death of the mid-range jumper in today's game. Grant, you got any fixes?
Well, some have suggested cutting out the corner three. If the three-point line was only like above the break, teams would probably need to rely more on that mid.
Now here's Brown.
Number 17.
Here's Pereira. Outside White. Three-pointer, no good. Orlando has gone 2 of 4 from the perimeter here in the fourth quarter. From the line, Boston pulls it in. Vucevic has got his 6th rebound on the night. From the top of the key, Orlando grabs the miss. Wagner's got 5 rebounds in the game. And a miss there on the triple.
I'll tell you what, they've rebounded the ball tremendously well.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
To the middle. Carter, good.
When they get it to Carter Jr. down low, it's normally a fruitful trip.
For Boston, they've gotten 7 to go out of 13 attempts during the fourth. And here's White. And here's Brown for 3. De Silva with a rebound.
Not himself from range right now, but the only way out of this funk is to keep trying.
He's guarded by White. Wagner up top. And Caro outside. 4 on the clock. To the inside. The shot no good. Good work defensively by White. Driving to the basket, and that one's good. Herrera.
Vucevic really skilled at finding holes in the defense, and his passing ability, while understated, is tremendous.
Timeout called, the Magic. And now we have a chance to see our player of the game, Jaylen Brown.
Think about this.
For Boston, they've gotten 8 of 15 during the fourth quarter. With the step back, Pritchard from outside. It's rebounded by Wagner. Magic shooting right around 40% since the beginning of the fourth quarter. Carter, a screen on Pritchard. There's the drive. Deflects the pass. Defended by Pritchard. Down low. Here's Kata. And he lays it up and in.
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. I mean, they just let him get right to the rim.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
Pass to Banchero. Here's Wagner. You know, it seems like there's much more competition at the big man spot than there used to be.
I think a lot of that is due to the way players are developed now, particularly the big guys. They come in now expected to handle the ball and shoot, and they've watched a number of their predecessors do that in the last couple of decades. Teams now want to have 4 or more shooters on the floor to put great pressure on the opposing defense. So where there used to be 2 spots available for big guys, now they're fighting over 1 spot.
And down it goes. 2 points.
All game long, he's been getting to his spots, and the defense has yet to adjust.
Orlando has got 2 of 5 threes to go here in the fourth. Defended by Pritchard. And out of bounds. The Celtics will take it. Carter, he's checked in for Orlando. Magic shooting at a decent clip, 45% for the game. And Carroll with a screen on Pritchard. Orlando again missing. Boston's gone just 1 of 6 from downtown in this final quarter. Pass to Garza. Here's Kata, guarded by Banchero. Here's Walsh. 6 on the shot clock. Nice D from Wagner.
Ooh, old school right there. No easy buckets.
Wagner on the wing. Orlando moving the ball around. Well, a lot of eyes focused on NBA officiating, but where their eyes are focused is also a topic.
Yeah, the league's able to track officials' position on the court and even tell where they're looking. And you cross-check that with the results and train them where to be and where to keep watching.
Pritchard gets it to go.
It's safe to say they have dominated this game. The game wasn't even as close as the score says in a great win for the Celtics.
And everything seemed to go their way today. They were firing on all cylinders, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., this was the kind of performance you relish as a player. Just a very impressive win.
And with this win, they will now have 52 victories for the year.
And they end up winning the season series. Always feels good to have that upper hand over an opponent.
I don't think we can overstate how significant that was for them today. I mean, beating a conference opponent 3 out of 4 times.
Defended by Pritchard. Now Howard. Lets it go from deep. Cada pulls it in.
And just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Pass to Walsh. The crossover. Oh, nice D from Carter.
Give the defense credit there. Normally, that's 2 points.
Here's Howard. And he banks in the layup. They're enjoying a sizable lead.
And what I like, BA, they haven't stopped pressing the issue.
Outside Pritchard. And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one, showing that they're the far superior team. They win it going away.
I'll tell you what, give it up for their fans. They love to watch this team dominate. You best believe they're all going home happy tonight.
All right, to Ali LaForce with our player of the game.
Thank you very much. Jalen, you had it going. Can you talk about the confidence you had tonight?
I'm just trying to continue to show people what I can do, continue to get better. It's a long journey, it's a process. I still got a long way to go and a lot to learn, so I'm gonna just keep going up.
It's all part of the journey. Thanks, Jalen.
All right, Ali, thank you. And that'll do it, folks. For Clark Kellogg, Ali LaForce, and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson. And let's reveal our player of the game, Jaylen Brown.